Hey, it's Games Gone Wild here. First thing I want to let you guys know that I should be able to get a software to capture games and stuff, so I can start doing video games like Ark and WoW. But yeah, that should be happening sometime in the future. Let me know the first game that you guys want me to play and do a series on in the comment section. But today we're going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and a few basic house rules that we use. One thing is there's always going to be a DM, a dungeon master, and he's going to tell you the story, and you're going to have to react to what he says, and various situations that he creates. What you're going to need is pencil, paper, and 3 books, which is the player's handbook. Right here. This one's kind of torn up, but yeah. This has the player's characters and stats inside of it. It has various races like the human, the elf, and with each race there's a sub-race. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. With each race, there's a sub-race, which has, depending on the sub-race, has special abilities. Like with a elf, they have high elves, which are better at magic abilities, such as like a wizard or a sorcerer. And with the wood elf, they're better at tracking and better hunters. So you're going to need this. This has all your armor in it. It has various general goods in it, and it'll tell you what they cost. You're a lucky man, Daniel. The second book you're going to need is the monster manual, which the DM uses to get what you're going to be fighting or what you can capture, or depending on the situation, tame out of it. It's full of creatures like basilisks, orcs, dragons, like lizard folk, Medusa, Magman,
thank you.
Manticore. The third book you will need is the Dungeon Master's Guide. This is what the DM uses to learn about the game and various odds and ends, how to create a world, how to plot out a campaign, and just various things that the, like there's a map, short map for a dungeon in here. There's just various things that he needs to create the world that the players will be experiencing. Optional items is the map that the DM can use for players. This will come just like this, and then you can buy like little lead people to as the players and monsters. This is kind of a strategy-based way of playing. You're going to need a set of dice. There's D12, D20, D6, D8. Here, let me get a set out. So there's the D20, D12, D6, D10, D4, D100, and D8. They're all the dice that your character is going to be using for combat and like persuasion skills and things like that. As you can see, there's a lot of stats in there that require more than 1 dice. So me and my family keep a stockade of dice at the ready. Also, other optionals is books like The Complete Adventure. This just helps complete your character more. It gives you more like prestige classes, things that adds on to your character, like Dread Pirate. You get special abilities for being on the open seas. There's the Arms and Equipment Guide, which adds more weapons, armor, more mounts, more just various different things like magical items and animals that can be ridden or tamed. There's the Epic Level Handbook, which is like the player's handbook, but it's for level 20 and beyond. I think it goes all the way up to 40. And there's like 2 or 3 of these that go from like 40 to 60, 60 to 80. Then if you're like a warrior, or a monk or something that does melee damage, you got the Complete Warrior, which is a more warrior-based version of the Complete Adventurer. It has all the prestige classes for a warrior. And I think there's 2 of these. There may not be 2. I've only ever seen the first one, but I don't know. There's Song and Silence, which is like the Complete Warriors, but for rogues and bards. They get more spells and more things to do with this. There's the Enemies and Allies Guide, which you or the DM can use to put more people into your campaign, like hirelings, people who can take you from place to place, people who help you fight, and other things. This is a 3.5 version, where these are 3.0, except for that one, which is 5.0. But this is the Dragonomicon. This tells you everything about a dragon and all the types of dragons. It also allows you to become a dragon player or have a dragon like companion or mount. And it'll tell you what its movement speed is. It gives a few more maps that you can use for a dragon's lair. This is the 5.0. Like I said, this is an updated version. The difference is it has more classes and more races. And it's just what people are playing currently. So, again, you're going to need the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Monster Manual and the Player's Hand Guide if you're going to play at home. But if you're going to professionally play like I used to, then you're only going to need the 5.0 handbook for your player. This isn't really D&D, it's from a different franchise or whatever. It's Swords and Sorcery, but a lot of the stats and stuff coincide with D&D, and this one was based upon World of Warcraft. So me and my family like to use it because it adds, you know, just a different twist, like the Tinker and various things like that. But yeah, you can use. There's more books out there. There's like 5 monster manuals, but each book you add adds to the game. So there's like a psionic handbook that is specifically based around scions, like the scion and psionic warrior, which uses their mind to enhance the ability of others or create things, or sometimes they'll even control you. Scions do get really OP because around 10th level they get the ability to see like slightly into the future, so they know some of the stats of the monsters. So we don't really play Scions a little bit, or as much, because they're overpowered. With the paper, usually what we use is just keep track of notes, where we are in the campaign, etc. The pencil, you're going to need to write out your character, which there is a character sheet, and I'll show you what that looks like. I don't have any printed out, I don't think, right now, so I'll go into the back of this book. Because they have a layout. They have a disc here that has the thing on it too. Is it ripped out of here? Yeah, that one's ripped out, so maybe in this one. Well, okay, right here. Here's a sample sheet, but it's filled out for some reason. Yeah. And then there's the back side, which has your inventory and your money, a few notes, feats, things that add to your character. You have your fortitude, will, save, and reflex, which is various things. Like will is so you can prevent magic from hitting you or defend from a scion. Reflex is like dodging physical attacks. And fortitude is if you're poisoned. It's a defense against poison. Usually the DM will have this, which is a DM screen. It folds out so the players can't see what he's doing. And it also has like day cycles and character ratings and mount speeds and things like that. It's just a quick thing for the DM to look at to see what he's doing. And then there's this that comes with that. It's a little more in-depth than that, but it's just a quick reference guide. And, yeah, so all you need to do is, usually the 3.0 and 3.5 bucks are like $30. I know it's a little expensive, but we bought them anyways because we really liked the game.
You might mention that you can download the books instead of paying $30 a pop.
Yeah. There's downloads, but a lot of the downloads also take $30, but you can find them for free. It's just, I think you can find them on Wizards of the Coast. I'm not sure, but you can download them onto your laptop or device. So, then, what else was there? Yeah. The 5.0 is the newest one, so it's going to be anywhere from 50 to 60 bucks depending on who you talk to. We go to Castle Peerless, which usually means our books are expensive. So there's that. A lot of the swords and sorcery, it's kind of like a knockoff off of D&D. It's cheaper because it's a little more outdated. There are updated swords and sorcery books, but I haven't seen one at Castle Peerless or any place like that. So, yeah. You're going to need a set of dice per player, usually. Yeah, that's it. Done.